Time for business news with Ari Rabinovitch. Now, happy Monday, Ari.
You as well, Cynthia.
Now, not good news off the top here. The investigation into Boeing continues to grow more serious by the day.
Indeed, Cynthia. So the news today is that Boeing is now under criminal investigation by the Department of Justice in the U.S. And this is all stemming from that first incident this year with the Alaska Airlines flight where a door plug panel blew off the fuselage mid-air. Nobody was hurt, thankfully, but it did start all of this scrutiny around the airline, the jet maker rather. And then there were many other safety incidents since, although not quite as dramatic, although the most recent coming with a new one that occurred today in Australia, a flight flown by LATAM Airlines leaving Australia bound for New Zealand. About 50 people were injured in that flight, and LATAM's statement says that a technical event during the flight caused a strong movement, and they didn't elaborate any further. So there's a lot of scrutiny for the company, and shares of Boeing actually suffered once again, Cynthia, down another 3% and about 26% of a hit this year so far for Boeing stock.
Interesting to watch. This is really serious for this company, and 50 people injured. That's really frightening.
Indeed.
Okay, and Ari, one of the most popular websites in the world is about to go public on Wall Street.
Indeed. So this is another one of those companies to watch this year if it does get approved. So Reddit is awaiting approval for an initial public offering. So that means you might be able to own a piece of Reddit someday, hopefully within the next few days at this rate. So in the filings for this initial public offering, Reddit says that it plans to potentially sell as many as 22 million shares for as much as $34 each, which would put the company's valuation at roughly $6.5 billion. And if it does go public, it can't imagine any reason why it wouldn't. It's going to be under the stock ticker RDDT.
Okay, and Reddit's been around for a while, Ari, because some of them come and go pretty quickly.
For sure. I mean, this is with the IPO offering and these details, it seems like it's one of those big hitters if it does get approved.
Interesting to watch. Did you watch the Oscars last night?
I dipped in and out a little bit. There were some points that, you just had to chime in for. And of course, no doubt, Cynthia, Oppenheimer cleaned up, as they say. And I can't say that anybody was really surprised, myself included. But one surprise, which was the parent company of NBC Universal, Comcast. That stock today climbed about 2.25%, at one point up almost 3%. Not that there's necessarily a direct correlation, but interesting timing considering that Oppenheimer was just brought back to IMAX earlier this year. And it's probably going to be one of those movies that a lot of people after these Oscars might say, you know what, I might need to see that movie again, be it in theaters or with many of the streaming options out there, Cynthia. It
certainly had a lot of information to absorb in it, so probably a second time round you'd understand the nuances even more.
Absolutely.
All right, Ari, thank you very much. Always great to chat with you.
You as well.